We are living in the digital age and are constantly glued to computer screens or other digital devices. Although this may seem normal nowadays, too much exposure to the blue light emitted from gadgets may cause adverse effects to visual health that eye doctors are worried about. High energy visible light, also known as blue rays, are produced by digital devices and easily enter our eyes, thus increasing the risk of eye problems. This light has led to a condition known as digital eye strain or computer vision syndrome. Computer vision syndrome is the visual discomfort we experience after watching television or using tablets or smartphones for an extended time. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Ifechi Health and Wellness. Today, we are looking at the effects of prolonged use of, looking at screens, use of smartphone and such like. There are some common issues that I noticed as I was looking into this, and the common issues include sore eyes. Your eyes become quite sore, dry eye syndrome, headaches, and nausea. Sometimes hear people say, "Oh, I really have terrible headache," or "My eyes are really tired," because they have been looking at their screen for a long time. I looked further into this dry eye syndrome because lots of people complain about this. It is a condition, it's a chronic condition, which means that individuals who don't seek treatment with an eye doctor may be dealing with discomfort or pain for several years. In addition to living with stinging and scratchy eyes, dry eye syndrome increases the likelihood of eye injury or infection because tears from a protective barrier against bacteria on the surface of the eyes. Patients who have dry eye syndrome are more likely to develop infections. Additionally, severe cases of dry eye syndrome can result in high levels of inflammation and even damage to the cornea. There was a question asked, is 7 hours of screen time bad? And the answer is, whilst there's no universal answer to this question, spending 7 hours or more on screen daily could potentially harm your eyes. And there's another question that says, is 2 hours of screen time okay? And then it says that amount of screen time for adults adults really should limit their screen time. Yes, 2 hours, okay, but if your job involves you working on the screen, there's no way you can limit it to 2 hours a day. So it's just your own discretion. Make sure that you have screen breaks, maybe every hour or so. Look away from the screen to rest your eyes. That would be the best advice, really, because you can't limit it to just 2 hours a day. Assuming your job, people like me, I work on the screen, talk to people, then you do your report, but I make sure that I take screen breaks. So the important thing is to not to be there consistently for 7 hours or whatever number of hours you work, but make sure that you take intermittent screen breaks. That would be the best way. Just use your discretion, but don't be there constantly looking at the screen, working because you're busy, because you're not doing any favors to your eyes. And there's one that was said about children, because these days, children use gadgets a lot. Sometimes parents do that just to keep them quiet. They are giving gadgets, and sometimes they are using them for hours. And Healthcare Excellence, or NICE, National Institute of Clinical Excellence, suggests that children should have TV-free days or have a 2-hour limit on the time spent in front of screens a day. Because when they start too early to expose themselves to long periods of time looking at the screens, it's not going to be good for them as they grow up. So it's important that you regulate the amount of time your children spend in front of the screen. Let them have some days where they don't use the TV. They just let them read their books or do things with their books and not be in front of the television or using other gadgets that you have provided them with. I know that it's internet age now. However, over a long term, we are not doing ourselves favors by using these things for a long time, especially with our children. They will start having eye strains and other eye issues from a younger age, and that's not what we want. I saw something that talks about following the 20-20-20 rule for your eyes while you're working on screen, and that is to look away from the screen every 20 minutes or so and look at something around 20 feet away for about 20 seconds. Blink often to keep your eyes moist. Yes, try and blink often to keep your eyes moist and practice this 20-20-20 rule, which is look away from the screen every 20 minutes or so and look at something around 20 feet away for about 20 seconds. Then blink, 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 because that is very, very helpful. I know that sometimes, as I say, we are so busy, we want to catch up with our work, we want to catch up with things, but if we can practice these things, because our eyes, once we start having eyes problem, where do you draw the line? All those work you want to catch up with, you want to do them quickly, then when you start having eye problem, then it's not going to help. It's going to make the work more difficult for you. So make sure that you carry out your eye exercise. Look away from the screen, blink, 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 to ensure that you don't have dry eyes. And if you notice anything like any eye irritation after you have practiced, not looking at the screen all the time, not consistently working on the screen, if you notice any eye problem, as I said in my last video, make sure that you go to the ophthalmologist, and in fact you should do that as a rule. Everything here, they call you every 2 years to check your sight, especially if you are wearing glasses. So make sure that you get proper reading glasses if that is prescribed for you. Don't just take any chances with your eyes. I hope you have benefited from this video. Thank you so much for listening. Goodbye and God bless.